I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's a beautiful day. No wind chimes, nothing. All right, so I got homework, a lot of it. I hope I can get it all done. All right, so the holiday homework from Linda and Art, from Linda's Fiery Treat. So here we go. This is assignment number 2. I'm testing a chocolate T-Rex and a regular T-Rex yellow, okay? And we're going to compare the heat and the flavor profile. Now here is the yellow. This is the very, very familiar contorted look that we're used to seeing in T-Rex, all right? And then this, we have the chocolate version. Now it's not as contorted and twisted, but this is came from the through a chocolate pod. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about the T-Rex pepper, people. All right, so what it is a Trinidad Douglas, okay, that's been crossed with a Bootla yellow, and that's how they came up with this pod. All right, it is said to have heat at 1.5 million. If you Google it, that's what you're going to find. I've eaten a lot of these, but this I've never eaten one in a homework assignment. I'm going to eat the yellow one first. Absolutely gorgeous interior, a large placenta, thin-walled, oily interior for sure. Very oily, in fact. Sorry for the shadow, people. What I should do this. Does that help? You can kind of see it down there. The split screen. Thanks to Robbie Vision. The aroma is fruity. Just very, very fruity. It doesn't have that. I'm not picking up any citrus notes in it, I don't think. Even if I'm looking for them. Nah, if I look for them, I can kind of pick it up, but it's mostly just fruity. All right, so here is the yellow T-Rex. Assignment number 2 from Linda's Fiery Treats. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this, you betcha, this is Chase the Heat. It was very fruity, very crunchy, and a juicy pepper. It was much crunchier than I was anticipating. It was fruity. I don't really pick up any citrus notes in it. Although there was some citrus aroma, if you looked for it, I'm not getting it in the flavor. It was just fruity. And very hot. There was no floral notes, no sweetness, just a very fruity pepper. It's a great pepper because there are no weird notes. I mean, not that bitter notes or floral notes, or those aren't really weird, but they usually come with peppers. It's very odd to have a pepper that doesn't have any of that, just a fruity, super hot. Fruitier than a red super hot. The yellow pots certainly are fruitier. The heat on it, the burn is on my tongue. Not really in my throat at all, just on my tongue. I believe, $1.5 million. Nah, I don't think that was $1.5 million. It was hot, but it wasn't $1.5 million. It might be $1 million, a little over $1 million, but not $1.5 million. A very even, kind of a ghost pepper type climb with the heat. That's not true. A very even climb, not abrupt like that, not quite like a ghost pepper, which takes a while to build, kind of in between that. So, it's kind of tapered off. It's good pepper. Okay, for, you know, it would ruin the weekend for a non-chili head. I promise you. If you're a chili head, this is probably most would call it a 7 and up. I can see, I'm trying to think, I can see of a couple hardcore chili heads, I might say it's a 6. But for most chili heads, it would be a 7 and up. But good, really good flavor on that. Now, this is the chocolate variant of that. Again, sorry for the shadows that I got going on there. All right. Now, chocolate pods, I've been saying this forever. Everybody has, but chocolate pods seem to have a disproportionate burn relative to the SHUs that the pepper has. Excuse me. In other words, you can have a pod, you can have a red pod that's 900,000 and a chocolate pod that's 900,000. And the chocolate pod is going to seem way worse. You can have a chocolate pod that's 500,000. It's going to seem as bad as a 900. They just burn. They have a sinister burn. They have different type capsaicins in it. Here is the interior of that. Look at that. This one here, the placenta on this one is almost full, the whole side. This doesn't have the same aroma. It doesn't. It has a super hot aroma, but it's not really fruity. Not that it smells like dirt, but it has an earthy aroma. It does. It's oily, thin-walled. All right. So this is the, I don't have anything to blow my nose with. This is the T-Rex chocolate. Super unusual pot. I never in a million years would have guessed it was going to taste like that. Here's what that tasted like. It was earthy, but it had a lot of sweetness in it. Believe it or not, very sweet for probably one of the sweeter chocolate pods I've ever had. And what happened with it, because of the earthiness and the sweetness, it created almost a caramel-like flavor. Like, not because you always said caramel pods, it refers to the color. That tasted like caramel. It was sweet. And the sweetness carried through from the beginning all the way through to the very, I mean, just because usually the sweetness fades the quickest as far as flavors in super hots. Bitterness will hang on. Sometimes it's the finish, but sweet is never usually the finish on a super hot. You get it up front, but it fades quickly. That had sweetness until all the way into the very end. Now, that pod is burning my throat. And not my mouth. Very odd. That was a very, very tasty pepper. That was one of the, I'm trying to think. You know, I've eaten so many peppers. I don't know if I've had a chocolate pod that sweet before. And because of that, really made it tasty. That's a 7 to 10 also, but fewer people will say that's a 6. You'll have more people say the yellow pod is a 6 than the chocolate. Now, okay, so now my throat is burning, but my tongue is as well. And it's moving, this is cool. All right, so now this is what's going on now. Now the tip of my tongue is really burning, and it's got like a throbbing thing going. Here, when you get a burn like this, it makes it, now you got the throat burn going on and the mouth burn. This is what would shut down most chili heads from talking. But this is a very unique burn on those peppers. Now, I haven't eaten enough of them. I've eaten a lot of them over the years, but I haven't eaten enough of them to say it always burns like this. But the way that chocolate is burning, it's really just attacking the tip of my tongue and my throat at the same time. Whereas the first one, the T-Rex yellow, just burned my mouth, not really my throat. I'm trying to think if it's peaked. Interesting. I would call that, I'll tell you what, there's so many. I'm just looking on this list right here. We have the DEFCON caramel. You know, caramel is it's a common name for peppers, but it inevitably always refers to the color of the pod. You know what I mean? It's not a chocolate, it's not a mustard, it's kind of that caramel type. Anyway, this is the first one I've ever tasted that really tasted caramel. It really did. That was very interesting. That's what I would call that pepper. Anyhow, of course, it's already named, but if it tastes like that all the time, so that's what they should call it. All right, so of the two of them, there's my homework's done. Of the two of them, I never would have guessed. I would have guessed I was going to like the yellow one better, but I like the chocolate one way better because of the caramel flavor. Both great peppers. The yellow one was super tasty. It was very fruity. No bitterness, no sweetness, no floral, just fruity. So both of those peppers are excellent. If you're thinking about growing, those are peppers you want to grow. I mean, for real. Super flavorful, hot. Forget about it. The chocolate one was hotter. Burned more, it burned hard, just a nastier burn. Way more sinister. The chocolate burns. That's how it is. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. I have more homework to do, and I really want to get it all done. Got a lot of work to do. I want to play guitar today for a while. Hey, listen, let's be kind to somebody. Tell someone you love them, all right? We all need to hear that. It's always funny because the person that you don't want to tell it to, that's the one that needs to hear it the most. And that's also what you probably need to say it to the most. Just saying. Just being straight with you. That's what I've learned. All right, so listen, in the description box, Linda McNew from Linda's Fiery Treats. Please check her out. Great products. She has pods right now, too. So, listen, we're rolling up on Christmas, and there's somebody who has peppers. You should be pulling the muscle, figuring out a way to get her on the screen so you can get these. Get some peppers. Tell her I sent you. Right there. Look at that. There's a pepper. Do that, you're on the bus. If you don't want to miss a video, click the bell for notification. Right there is the Lifeboat, Tommy Scoville's channel, my brother's channel. It's a great channel. Check it out. Right here. Those are all the stupid, dumb challenges I've done, but they're fun to watch. 550 plus. Have you seen them all? There's a lot of good ones there. Right there, Pepperology. That's stuff geared towards brand new chili heads. If you're kind of new to the game, or if you're looking at these going, man, next season I'm going to start eating peppers. Watch these. A lot of great instructional stuff for brand new chili heads. Hey, who's got 2 thumbs and really loves you guys? Oh, I do. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.